fatty the rest of digits. I find a way to go get it. The fatty the rest of digits. I found a way to go get it.
It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Baltimore Orioles, with major expectations, they're among the favorites this season. Chris, they'd love to build on that postseason appearance from last year. Do you think it can be a springboard for them?
I do, Boog, because this team has already got the building blocks in place. And you make the postseason, you know you've got a shot at the title. So the experience will definitely help them this time around. But it's a long season, and they're going to have to do the little things right and stay consistently on top of their game. And that's the best way to take home the Commissioner's Trophy, in my opinion.
Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Just about ready to roll here, and on the hill today, Kevin Gossman.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Cedric Mullins leading things off and takes a strike. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And now it's even 1-1.
Second pitch of the game, it was a good one, but doesn't get the strike call. We'll see how this umpire's zone shapes up today.
Swing and a miss. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. In the air, center field. Varsho sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out. One down. So here's Baltimore's lineup to start 2025. Chris, this is a team looking to take the next step.
Yeah, Boog, they've had tremendous seasons in 2023 and 2024, winning 192 combined games, but they still haven't won a postseason game since 2012. With that said, I think this could be the year that changes.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Swinging a foul straight back.
Boog, here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
And now the 0-1.
Ball, that's in.
And that is out of play. And that one in the air center field. Brings it in. And there's 2 away.
Batting third, shortstop Gunnar Henderson.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Just missed.
That ball went out.
2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a ball hammered left field back there. Makes the catch up against the wall. Orioles nothing. Blue Jays coming up. You're dialed into the show. Back now in Toronto. And today's starting pitcher, Kyle Bradish. What do you have on him, Siggy?
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
The 0-2 on the ground to third, and it stays fair. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Bo Bichette.
Swings and he pops it up near the pitcher's mouth. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting third.
Here's the lineup the Blue Jays are rolling out there to start 2025. Chris, they're hoping to get back on track this year after a disappointing season.
Indeed, and they were a preseason dark horse pick last year, Boog, and things just never really clicked for them. It's been almost a decade since they've won a postseason game. Maybe this is the year they break through.
Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw. Save. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Struck him out without a swing. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Anthony Santander at the plate. Big-time power. That one fouled off. On the corner for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. Runner at second, 2 down here on opening day. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Nothing doing for Toronto in the first. We'll go to the second from Rogers Center with no score. Back here at Rogers Center, here's Tyler O'Neill.
Left fielder, Tyler
Gosman,
O'Neill.
in his 11th season, 34-year-old vet, a former first-round pick back in 2012. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Swings over the top of that one.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Kicks and deals.
Inside, ball 1.
And a ball evens the count.
2-2 the count.
And there's the ball. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out at a splitter.
Well, that split caught a lot of the zone. Definitely a hittable pitch, but coming off the fastball the pitch before, it's kind of tough to recognize. You notice there's something different about it. He threw it with the same arm action, same release point, and he left it up. But the movement and the change of speeds, that was enough to do the job.
Jordan Westberg, the next to hit for the Orioles, delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. No score here in the second. Next offering upstairs.
James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
Center field. Varsho moving under this one. Corrals it. 2 down. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little. Jimenez, throw to first. 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Me and you no contest, so go get lost. I've been busy flossing.
And we're back.
Leading
Now the
off
third
for
baseman, Ernie
Toronto,
Clement.
third baseman,
It's interesting he
Ernie
plays kind
Clement.
of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Next pitch is in the dirt, and that's ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
There's the strike up high, and the count is filled up.
We got full count.
Short hop liner, handled it short to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Batting 6, designated hitter, Will
Now
Wagner.
it's the DH, Will Wagner. Now fly ball to right center. He makes the grab, out number 2.
Batting 7, right fielder,
Here's George Springer.
Springer.
That clips the corner. And a strike on the outside edge. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. Will move to the third with no score. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
the
All
Orioles,
set for the
the
start of the inning.
designated hitter,
Now it's the
Coby
rookie DH,
Mayo.
Coby Mayo. Gosman back to work. There's a strike.
0-1.
Next
Ball 1.
offering is down low. And that's
Ball, that's
outside.
out.
Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. Coby Mayo with his first major league home run, a special moment in his young career, and who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way can be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just been taken off your back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off of Omar Olivares, and, you know, being there in Los Angeles against the Angels, just a tremendous day, great ballpark, and a special moment for sure.
Here's Adley Rutschman. And that one off the outside edge.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here on opening day. That one
Oh, that's off the
inside,
plate.
and it's 2-0. Gosman, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Swing and a pop-up. Clement hauls it in, and there's one away.
That was a good, hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Jorge Mateo in the box with one away as he takes ball one. And that's outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Outside low, and that's ball 3. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
The count's full.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Santander hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder Cedric
So the batting
Mullins.
order turns over. Now here is Cedric Mullins. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks there's a chance that he missed it.
1 strike.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Ground ball, Vlad Jr. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Solo shot, and the O's draw first blood. It's now 1-0. You're watching Orioles baseball on the show, Mid-Atlantic. Back now in Toronto, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk. That one a little bit high, and that's ball 1.
No strike.
Just missed.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Next pitch misses. Ball 3. That's through there for a strike. In there at the knees, and it's a full count.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Hard on the ground to first. O'Hearn steps on the bag. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Batting ninth, center fielder Dalton Varsho.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. First pitch just misses. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So that will bring up the top of the order with one away.
Now batting, second baseman,
Here's Andres Jimenez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing
Now
around right
batting,
there. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
2 on, 1 out. Bo Bichette digs in now. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Ground ball to the right side. Down the line, and it's foul. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here in the last half of the third. And fouled off. Spear to the mound. Runner might be in trouble. 1 at second. Got him. The double play cuts down the potential tying run. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to inning number 4. It's the Orioles 1 and the Jays nothing. On to the 4th.
Leading off
Now,
for
Ryan
Baltimore,
O'Hearn.
first baseman Ryan O'Hearn.
That's in there. Strike 1.
You know, these Orioles showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And there's 1 down.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage.
Now
And
batting,
that might be the case today.
Shortstop, Gunnar
Now it's the
Henderson.
shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Flied to left his first time. One out, base is empty.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. That one felt good. His first homer of the year, and they tack 1 on the board. It's 2-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
One down. Here's the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. One down, base is empty. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one finds the zone, and it's 1-2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out, the only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
And that one missing low. That's down and in. High fly ball out to left field. Santander sizing this one up. And he makes the catch. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Jordan Westberg.
Here's the third baseman, Jordan Westberg. He's 0 for 1. And that is downstairs. And it's 1-0. Two outs. This to third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. That's out number 3. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And it's 2-zip. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the 4th, and now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy makes great contact, one of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
That's in there. And it's 1-1. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom.
I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark. For those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues, them being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure. For them, they feel that they are right at home.
Swing and a bouncer. Mateo whips it to first on the run, and they get the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander, the next to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Little chopper rolls foul. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That misses, and the count is 1-1.
1-1.
Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter,
Up
but the
next,
pitcher
for
will
the
take
Blue
that all
Jays,
day
third
long.
baseman,
Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Next to hit, Ernie Clement. It's in and out of his glove. Still fires to first. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Now batting,
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and he might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
So runner at second, 2 down. Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays. First offering, and it just misses. Clement at second with 2 down. Hit on the ground to short. Henderson slings it across, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Blue Jays held in check, and they're down 2-0.
I'm about to shake up the system. I'm about to do something different.
Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Colton Cowser.
Swatted freeloaders arms when their hands was out. Hope you dudes in the street wearing Teflon. If they don't like Frosty, then I'ma give them F-Spawn. Go ahead and watch me catapult to the top since 9-8. Had the baddest flow, look and watch. I done seen everybody through their eras. Def Jam, Def Row, Bad Boy, Rockefeller. You get the picture, your favorite record label name.
In there at the knees.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And the 0-2. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
That's one of those lookout pitches. As soon as it leaves the pitcher's hand, you start bracing for impact, knowing that it's going to be hard to get out of the way of that one.
Mayo batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Blue Jays bullpen with some action. Chad Green, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Swanson getting cranked up as well. Nobody out, runner at first. That just misses, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he swings through that one.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And 1 out now. Here's the catcher to hit, Adley Rutschman. He popped out his first time. Rutschman measures 6 feet 2 inches, 27 years old, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. Man at first, 1 away. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Gosman throws over, dives back, and he's out.
Unless you're really thinking about stealing second base, you should not get picked off by a right-handed pitcher right there.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Varsho makes a nice running catch.
I'm just a simple man. Oh yeah.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Springer.
Trust me when I tell you, no exceptions to the rule. Bringing blessings when I move. Special, I'm an essence, I'm a brew. I'm lessons, I'm written law, thoughts, food. More than when I was school, I was sure to cross borders. Even though we was only groomed to take orders. Stand for the count, bounce, leave our daughters.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. And that one pulled foul. Oh, 0-2 now. And
1
ball
ball,
1.
2 strikes.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. In steps
Now
the man
batting,
they call Captain
the
Kirk.
catcher,
0 for 1 and grounded
Kirk.
out in his first at bat. Just missed.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Wow, no fair
One ball,
right there. I
two
mean,
strikes.
that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
To first,
Oh.
2 up, 2 down.
Now batting.
Got to
the
feel
center
pretty good for the
fielder,
pitcher.
Dalton
Absolutely sawed him off.
Varsho.
Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the ball.
So 2 down now, and here is Dalton Varsho. A single his first time. And there's the strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front
No ball,
that
2
time.
strikes.
2 down, nobody on here on opening day. Breaking ball in there, got him looking, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They trail things here 2-0.
Now pitching.
We're
for the
back,
Blue Jays.
and they make a change to start the
Number
6th.
57.
The new pitcher, Chad Green.
Chad
Just trying to
Green.
keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Jorge Mateo
Leading off
now.
for the Orioles,
Fly to left his
second baseman,
first time.
Jorge Mateo.
And the first
Ball
pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Swing and a miss at 1 above the zone.
1-1.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Out to short, Bichette. Whips it to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Now batting. Center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 2 in this one. On the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Tommy Nance getting loose out there. And downstairs.
that's down.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That
2
one
balls,
way
2
inside.
strikes. 3-2.
That one ripped. That's back there. And forget it. His first homer of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit for the Orioles.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
That one catches the corner. Next pitch, not close, up high.
That's a little bit low.
Not close with that one. And now 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top half of the sixth. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gunnar Henderson. He's already homered in this game. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
O'Hearn leads off first with one away.
That's ball 2.
After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Springer there makes the catch. 2 down.
Up next for the Orioles, left fielder Tyler O'Neill.
And now Tyler O'Neill. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a foul ball. Two outs. Way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Slider misses outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
3-2 now. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, 2 outs. Jordan Westberg getting ready to hit. And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. And that is that. Solo homer brings in 1 for Baltimore. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show. And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Bradish back to work. That's out to center field. Mullins. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Bo
And the batter will be the
Bichette.
shortstop, Bo Bichette. Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
This one in the air. Westberg. 2 away now.
Now batting, first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero.
2 down, bases empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now at the plate. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. That one down the line, and it goes just foul.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
And that misses. And the count even 1-1. The Blue Jays trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Towards first, O'Hearn. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And Guerrero is set down. Out number 3. Blue Jays go down in order. Still down 3-0.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Eric Swanson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser.
Right fielder, Colton Cowser.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
And that's in there at the knees. very
ball,
high with that
2
one.
strikes.
Going to count 1 and 2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
That one
That's
missed.
ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one
Count is
inside.
3-2.
And a full count now. That's towards center. Varsho pulls it down, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, designated hitter Kobe Mayo.
So now here's the DH, Kobe Mayo. He blasted 1 out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
In there for strike 1. That one is absolutely belted. Gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add on. It's 4-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Base is empty, 1 away. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Next one is
Outside,
off the
that's a
plate. Ball 2. There's a strike. One run across in the frame so far here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now.
Just a little too quick on that. Front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And a payoff pitch. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Jump throw on the money. Nice play.
Now batting, second baseman Jorge Mateo.
Two outs, base is empty. Jorge Mateo digs in now. That misses the zone.
Outside.
Ball 1. And that one is lifted in the air. Varsho settles under it. Brings it in. And that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 4-0 ball game. This is Orioles baseball on the show Mid-Atlantic. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Toronto, left fielder Anthony Santander.
That's in there. 0-1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one. Well, these Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 2. That hits the dirt. 1-0.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
And that'll get down for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
One of the first real jams of the game for him, Boog. Back-to-back singles to start the inning, and he's had a real solid outing, but he needs to lock this situation down if he wants it to stay that way.
So up next,
Now
Will
batting,
Wagner.
designated hitter, Will Wagner.
And that one fouled off. No outs, runners at first and second. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-2.
Out towards right center field. Cowser on the move. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, the right fielder, George Springer.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
Pulls that one foul. And now 1-2.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
The 1-2. On the ground to short, could be 2. To second, that's 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Orioles 4 and the Jays nothing.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tommy Nance.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. He's already homered here in this one. 235 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And the 1-0. And there's the ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That one misses, and now 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He has it. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted at first base with a quick free pass.
So digging in, Ryan O'Hearn. Grounder might be 2. Fires to second for 1. To Guerrero, and they turn 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 down, base is empty. And next for the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Jimmy Garcia appears to be getting loose. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Just off the outside edge. And the count is 1-2. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Santander moving back for it. And it is gone. That'll fire up the dugout. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add a run. It's 5-zip. And their 5th home run of the game.
Some things in this sport are contagious, Boog, and right now for this team, clearly it's the long ball. Sometimes too much velocity will cause a pitcher to throw through the sink, and that means that there's more four-seam action than there is sink, and that can turn into a really good pitch to hit. Well, we saw it right there. Didn't miss a stitch on that baseball. He's got himself a home run.
Now at the plate, Tyler O'Neill. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
Nance sets, fires. That's
Inside
off the
ball.
inside corner, and it's 1-1. Outside with a breaking ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Varsho after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Orioles add one on a solo homer. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show.
Now pitching for
Back
Baltimore.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
45.
bottom of the 8th. Keegan Aiken.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Here's the Toronto catcher,
Leadoff for
Alejandro
Toronto.
Kirk. He's
Catcher,
grounded out a couple of
Alejandro
times.
Kirk.
Strike one. To the right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. So a man at first. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
There's the strike. 95 of that one.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Hit weakly on the ground. There's one. Over to first. Safe.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Just
nope,
missed.
That's a ball. Ball 1, no strikes.
Varsho leads off first with 1 away.
Two and 0.
In the dirt. Just
Ball
missed.
3.
The Orioles leading by 5 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Edge of the zone, called a strike. 3-1. And that one popped in the air, left field. O'Neill pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Up next for the Blue Jays, shortstop Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. That one inside. Ball 1. Fastball for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
1-2 here on the ground, and that's just foul. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two outs.
Ball 2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on deck for the Blue Jays. In the air, right side. Drops into the glove, and that'll do it. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Through 8 full, it's the Orioles 5 and the Jays nothing.
You could encounter the great, so you could get shipped and countered away, but you counterfeit, I countered your fits, led you astray.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jimmy Garcia.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And the batter now, Jordan Westburg. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Dylan Tate, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Next offering is in for a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Fly ball down the line. Santander under this one. And there's one away.
Up next for the Orioles, right fielder Colton Cowser.
Next to hit, Colton Cowser. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Garcia, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Swing and a miss.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail. Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Kobe Mayo. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3. And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Varsho makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Orioles 5 and the Jays nothing.
Now pitching for Baltimore.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Felix Bautista.
And bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
First baseman,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
Guerrero Jr.
First pitch misses.
Counts 1-0.
Late on that fastball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Cowser makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, left fielder.
Now here is Anthony Santander. 1 for 3. In there at the knees for a strike. That one's in there. That is strike 2. Ground ball up the middle, and he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Ernie Clement, the next to hit. Right through there for a strike. Strike two.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Got him swinging. Blue Jays have just one out left here.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Wagner stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That's inside. Now 2-0. That one pushed foul. Fouls one off. 2-2. The Jays down to their final strike.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
That one close. Ruled the ball. And the count's full.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Thought he caught the top of the zone, and you could pretty much read his lips saying, that's not up.
That one the other way. Jumps, but it's off his glove. No throw, and he reaches safely.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder, George.
First and second, 2 outs. And the batter is George Springer. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
First and second, 2 down here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
These players know they have a long series ahead of them, but they come out, establish, and set the tone in the first game of the series. Very important to get that. Put you in the driver's seat to win game 2, and then push yourself to a series win, if not a sweep.
5-0 the final in this one, as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.